Look, if you want to learn a little bit about catching fingermark, then this video is for you. I'm going to cover all the areas that I chase fingermark in. Little gravel bits that are in 3 or 4 meters of water, deeper water around near bridge pylons, which are about 8 meters of water, and then shallow 1 or 2 meters of water around rocky headlands. So check this out. Look, let's start off with catching fingermark on soft plastics over about 3 or 4 meters of water, and hang around till the end and I'll take you through all the tackle that I use to catch fingermark in all the different locations that I cover. Fingermark for where we are, and we're just fishing in one of the creeks in Weeper. There you go, look at that. He's a, oh, I don't know, 40 odd centimetre fingermark. They've got to be 35 to be legal, so he's a good eating size if you want to eat it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, these fingermark in the estuary, they're unreal fun. Some of my mates go chasing them out wide, and they're awesome as well. They're 60, 70 centimetres out there, but they lay a bit of shit on me because I'm catching these guys, but yeah, look at those fish. Oh, here we go, look at those fish. Aren't they crackerjacks? Look, that's heaps of fun, but the biggest fingermark that I get are around bridge pylons. It's hard to get them out from the pylons, but I head around to Mission River Bridge. Now here's a bit of a warning for you. There's a lot of research done on fingermark, and they don't survive too well when you release them after they've been caught in waters of around 10 meters or more. So the bridge pylons get to about 15 meters deep here in the Mission River, and other areas are even deeper. But I catch them around that 8 meters, 7 meters, those pylons about there, because if I want to let them go, it's the only chance they have of surviving. So check this out. So we're at the bridge today. There's a heap of fish showing up on the sounder. I'm using a vibe, so a little bit different to what I was doing in the shallow part of the estuary. This is about 8 meters deep, so I'm using the 30 gram vibe to get down really deep. So let's give it a go and see how we go. This is the fish trap. Never met it. There's a fish too. Like this guy. Oh yeah. That's a really nice estuary fingermark. It's you'd be happy with that out on the reef, let alone off the bridge. Great fish. It's a little bit expensive. And look, now one of my favourite ways to catch fingermark has to be on surface lures. and I go to rock bars, and there's rock bars all over Weeper and all over other areas of Cape York. You can catch fingermark in as little as half a metre of water from the rock bars, so check this out. So that's it, we're at a completely different location. We've got rock bars everywhere around here. And I'm just using hard bodies. I'm also using a surface lure to get over the top of some of these shallow reef. And even the hard body I'm using, I'll take you through all the tackle and stuff at the end of the clip anyway. It's just a shallow diver to skip over these rocks. Hopefully we'll get a lot of action today, but hopefully we'll get a few fingermark. First, I just made a coffee because I was getting a bit bored. The first fish came on a surface lure. It's a good fish. It's a good jack too. Come here, mate. Nice fish. Look at that. A very close relation to the fingermark. Just as aggressive. He took that little surface lure, just walking the dog over the rock bar. And he's a great little fish. Not a big one, but surface lure over rock bar. Beautiful fish like that. You got to hit them hard because they'll drive you straight into the rocks, but there's no better way to catch a fish than on a surface lure, so pretty happy with that. You're free to go, champion. Bad fish actually. Another nice finger mark on a surface lure, but this guy went to the taxman on the way in. Damn. It's always a reminder not to fall out of the boat, I suppose. Look, that is so much fun, especially on the rock bars. It's got to be one of my favourite forms of fishing, catching them on the surface. But how I started out catching them on the shallow reefs, or the shallow gravelly patches, is with little 3-inch gulps, or these are 4-inch gulps, or 3 inches fine too. But this is the swimming mullet from Berkeley, little curly tail. Look, I like this one because it sinks pretty well. I love the Z-Man soft plastics, and I was using the Z-Man on the reef when I was fishing the real shallow stuff, but they are so buoyant that it's hard to get them down to the bottom when you're not fishing shallow. So look, love these guys, fish them in mangroves, in snags, in shallow water, but for the deep gravelly stuff, no, stick with the curly tail grubs or the gulps, and gulps are quite heavy because they're made out of something different rather than just plastic. Look, vibes work really well on the bridge. I love these guys. These are the Berkeley Shimmer in the shad. This is a bit heavier. This is the other vibe that I really like, the Zurich vibe. I've been using Trans Ams on the bridge, and the bloody fingermark ripped the trebles off them. So you've got to change all your trebles, and look, it's a $30 lure. I don't want to buy a $30 lure, I have to change all the trebles as well. So I've just been using these guys. A little bit heavier duty. I haven't had any hooks pull off the Berkeley, so the Berkeley's a real good one as well. Vibes on the bridge are great. You're going to lose a bit of tackle, but you just catch so many more fish on vibes than you do anything else. What I liked to catch the fish on the surface with is a walk the dog type lure. Here's one that's quite big. The Zip and Ziggy is one that I really like. The Savage is a really good one too, but any of these walk the dog type lures work really well when the water's quite calm. If it gets a little bit rough, then I might use a cut face popper. And look, a shallow diving lure like a gold bomber or anything like that will really work well on the reefs as well. So you have to give this a go. I throw pretty heavy tackle on the reef and I really muscle them in. So 20-pound lines, 50-pound leaders, horse them in. I'm doing similar stuff on the bridge, but on the little gravel patches where they can't run me into much, it's only a bit of gravel down there, I'm just using 8-pound line, 20-pound leader, just light stuff, jigging that little thing off the bottom. Look, it's a heap of fun. Catching fingermark is great. Let me give you a little bit of a warning. They hang around the same area the whole time. So if you go to one spot and you get a really good bite on fingermark and take a big heap of them home for a feed and you go back the next day and they're all gone, it's because you caught them all. Look, you've got to practice catch and release with these things. Keep one or two, take them home, let the rest go. Otherwise, you're going to fish out your spots and it's going to take up to 6 months to a year for those spots to recover. Try not to catch them in more than 10 meters of water if you intend to letting them go, because you're just going to kill them anyway. They'll be so sick that if they don't die of natural causes, the sharks are going to get them.